There are 2 points of entry in FocalPoint to create a new order. One method is to start by selecting the customer and then select the items that the customer wants to rent or buy. The other method is to search for items and then select them. Then, if the customer wants to rent or purchase these items, select the customer. Whichever method you choose, the end result will either be a quote, a reservation, or an order. A quote is a non-binding document that has no effect on availability, but can be later converted to a reservation or an order when the customer wishes to do so. A reservation is an order with a future starting date, similar to a reservation for a car or a seat on a plane. An order, or a contract, is an active, open rental agreement. In the previous section, we demonstrated to you how to search for rental and merchandise items using the Item Lookup Order Creation screen. When an item is highlighted on this screen, you are able to view and convey to your customer information needed to help you satisfy your customer's needs. When you select items by double-clicking on them, they go to the Selected Items area of the screen. With items selected, you may see the walkout price of the entire order. You are able to create a transfer directly from this screen if you have multiple stores and wish to transfer items from one store to another. From this screen, you may also create a quote, a reservation, or an order. When you click on the Create Order button, FocalPoint stores all of the items that you selected and takes you to a screen where you can select a customer. This screen is the first screen of most transactions that you create in FocalPoint. This screen, and many other screens used in the process of creating quotes, reservations, orders, sales, transfers, and exchanges, are all similar to help you keep training to a minimum and employee productivity to a maximum. Therefore, it should be no surprise that the screen you see after you click on the Create Orders button is the same exact screen you would see if you simply clicked on the New Orders button from the Orders menu. The only difference is that if you start an order from the Item Search Order Creation function, you are starting by selecting the items first, and when you start an order from the New Order function, you are starting an order by selecting the customer first, then selecting the items later. You can search for customers by name, phone number, driver's license number, last name, the customer's address, or from the customer's old customer number that you may have stored in a prior system. From this screen, you also decide if you are creating a quote, a reservation, or an order. If your customer's driver's license is swipe reader ready, you can swipe a driver's license at this screen. If it is a new customer, all of the customer's information, with the exception of the phone number, will be captured and a new customer record will be created. When using a driver's license scanner, the customer's information and the customer's photo will be captured and stored. You can also simply add a new customer manually from this screen. Because this screen is accessible from the place you create transactions, limited fields are offered on this screen so that your employees can add new cash customers on their own without the need to allow them to access the entire customer file and all of its functionality. For this demonstration, we'll just start by typing the customer name and then pressing Enter, or you may click on the Search button. This will bring up a list of matches showing everything that started with the search string you entered. FocalPoint also allows for embedded searches for customers and inventory. By putting a percentage sign in front of the characters you are looking for, FocalPoint will search for this text anywhere in the name. Once you have found the customer you are looking for, highlight the name and press Enter, or click on the Orders button. If the customer selected has authorized users assigned to it, you will be prompted for them at this point. Authorized users are names of people you can associate with this customer and are often used to keep track of who is authorized to rent on behalf of this customer or to keep track of your contracts for the customer. At the top of the Orders screen, you will always have vital information displayed for you, such as the customer's phone number, type, current AR balance, and credit limit. When creating an order, you can choose a preset period, use the date fields, or use a calendar to choose your beginning and ending rental period. You can also maintain ship-to records for this customer or add a shipping address from this screen. Shipping addresses will be stored with the customer record to be used for future contracts and also help generate a map if your store has an internet connection. The delivery and pickup fields print on the contract and are also used to create a delivery pickup report from the Reports menu to assist you in your dispatching efforts. Delivery and pickup prices are entered here. A default delivery charge may be set up in your Store Manager file, and you can set up delivery options. Delivery options are helpful when you have delivery rates established by zone, county, zip code, or some other logistical designation. When a delivery option is selected, the rate associated with this delivery option will overwrite the default charge. Job numbers and PO numbers from your customers can be entered on the contract, and you have the option of making these fields mandatory for customers who require this type of information on invoices in order to make payment. If you have set up a customer to require a PO or job number, the appropriate field will be highlighted and you will not be able to save the order without filling in this field. If a salesperson is assigned to this order, it would default here, and a second salesperson can be assigned as well to reward team efforts. Additional authorized users can be set up for customers to make sure that anybody renting from you on behalf of your customer is authorized to do so. You can also edit the customer record directly from this screen. You can also give discounts for this order from this screen and track orders as annual events for times when you want to be reminded next year for the same event, like high school graduation ceremonies or company Christmas parties, and make efforts to get repeat business. On the next tab, you are allowed to put in delivery and pickup instructions. If you entered a ship-to address on the previous screen, you can access a map from Google or MapQuest for the shipping address or the customer's address, directions, or just the location of the address. The billing cycle represents the number of days that are allowed to pass before the invoice is billed for a monthly charge, and bill days 1 and 2 represent the day of the rental that the invoice will print. The location field allows you to select common locations that you rent or sell items to, and can also be used to track territories for your salespeople. You may associate template delivery and pickup notes with these locations. Once a location is selected, the delivery notes and pickup notes will fill in for you, and then you may alter them as needed. The delivery time notes and pickup time notes are available for simple one-line comments that print near your delivery and pickup dates and times on the order. Comments like must deliver between noon and 3 or must pick up before noon. You can rent or sell items on the Detail Lines tab. If you started your transaction from Item Search Order Creation, the items you already selected are waiting for you here. Adding a rental or merchandise item is as easy as clicking a button, finding what you want to rent, and if needed, adding another item. You can set up messages to prompt you on the screen for individual items, items with the same rate code, or entire groups of items. Based on the contract period entered previously, FocalPoint will calculate availability, shown in these columns, which are similar to the columns used in the Item Search Order Creation function. Here you will see the current location of the item, how many are owned, on rent, in the shop, in transit, available, late, overbooked, and you may also see the last rented date for efforts to rotate your rental fleet evenly. When you double-click on the item you wish to rent, FocalPoint will calculate the estimated rental charge for you. It also allows you to update the current meter reading for items that receive additional meter charges. If you have a picture of the item stored in FocalPoint, you can view it from here as well. If the item is already committed to someone else, you will be warned of this, and you can choose to proceed or select a different item. Click Finish or Finish Add Next to complete the item addition. You will see throughout most screens in FocalPoint helpful red text to help you throughout the process. Red text usually serves as a friendly reminder as to what you can do while on a particular screen. Also, pressing F1 at any screen will take you to FocalPoint's online help file. At the payment screen, you can take payment for this transaction, take a deposit, or take no payment depending on your store's procedures. At any given time, you can see the totals breakout of the contract or preview the order. For this example, we'll take a credit card payment equal to the estimated contract total, print, and save the contract. As you can see, creating a rental is an easy but powerful process. In the next video, you will see how to edit open transactions for times when you need to make changes to quotes, reservations, or open orders.